Hello and welcome. Melissa Sterling here, and today I wanted to talk about life by design. Your life by design, and what does that look like? I know for myself and many people that I've had the pleasure of learning from. We were at a place where we didn't know what was going on. Definitely didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if my life was going to be left or right, or if what I should be focusing on is the past or the present or the future, and there's so many different places to get information. It was hard to decipher what really worked for me. And it wasn't until I really became aware of what was important to me in life. Not the car I wanted to drive or the places that I wanted to visit or the clothes that I wanted to wear, but the feelings that I wanted to have and the emotions that I wanted to experience and the relationships that I wanted to build. And for me, the food that I wanted to eat. So those things were important for me. What I developed is 5 things that are super, super important that I put together that helps me create my life by design. And I'd like to share those with you so that you can think about it and see if that will apply to your life and bring you benefit as well. So I'm sure you've heard of, you become like the 5 people that you hang around with, and you are a result of your experience, and you are what you eat, and you become your environment, all those things. But when I really started to think about how to create my own life by design, I had to think about what was really important to me and how I would prepare an environment for myself that would allow me to thrive. This is what I came up with. Number 1, the air that I breathe. The air that I breathe is super important. There's a reason I don't hang out in the back alleys inhaling car fumes. Nobody has time for that. But what we don't realize is there's a lot of other things in our general environment, in the air, that's screwing things up. Perfumes, detergents, household cleaners, all kinds of things. And we don't give ourselves quite often the most benefit out of our breath. Are we deep breathing? Are we paying attention to our breath? I know when we do yoga and exercise, that becomes part of the practice. But in daily life, are you using your breath to the most benefit? Are you calming yourself down, clearing your head, getting yourself ready, psyched up for something exciting by using your breath? Are you utilizing the power of your breath? The air that you breathe is super, super important. Number 2, the water that I drink. I make sure that I drink good, filtered, alkaline water. It's super, super important. You don't need to go get a huge machine, a Kangen water machine or some other alkalinizing, machine that works really well at getting the pH above 7 so that it can have a positive influence on the biochemistry within your body. But you can use all kinds of things. You can use a little bit of lemon juice. You can use some Himalayan sea salt sprinkled in your water. There's a lot of ways that you can make your water alkaline. So just look it up on Google, alkaline water, and get the best one for you. But I will tell you, if there's added sugar or that kind of stuff, you don't want to be drinking that. Something that's got added chemicals or sugar is not going to be the best for your body. All right, number 3, the food you eat. And for me, that's food, supplements, vitamins, but it's also the stuff I don't eat, the stuff that I don't allow into my environment because I don't want to become made out of those foods. You can have a beautiful looking thing of delicious foods, but once it gets processed through your body, the end result is not something that you want because those foods teach your body how to do things like get diabetes or have slow digestion or be full of gas and bloating or have a cold. These foods carry information, and when they're whole foods, they create an environment for success. They create an environment within which you can thrive. All right? There's a difference between surviving and thriving. Surviving, you're alive. Thriving, you're living a life. Soon by design. All right, so we've got the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat. What's number 4? This was an interesting one for me, and it took me a long time to learn, but it's actually what you absorb through your skin. I could tell you a whole other video about how I learned this and how I learned about toxins and all the different things in hair dyes and perfumes and body lotions and detergents and all the different things that we're absorbing through our skin, sunscreen, any number of things. But when I started taking care of my skin from the outside and the inside, it started to transform. I use a specific product. It's safe enough to eat. And the rules that I want to use for my own body is I don't want to put things on my skin that I wouldn't eat. if I can't put it in my mouth, it doesn't go on my skin. Why? Because just because it's not entering through my mouth doesn't mean it's not entering my body. When I put something on my arm, it gets soaked into the bloodstream just like it gets put in my mouth. So I don't want to be pouring things in my body or using things on my body that are going to make my body less effective at doing what it needs to do to keep me alive and healthy and thriving. All right. Number 5 is super, super important, and it's the energy of the people that we hang around, or the energy of our environment. So, I mean, this can be our immediate family, our friends, our coworkers, but it can also be the environment with I have a trouble with those W words in a row, hey? Within which we occupy space. So if you have a hobby or a habit or, just different places that you go to on a daily basis, that's your environment. That's the space in which yourself, your physical expression of yourself is created. So in this life by design, it might be difficult to think about all the places we can go and all the things we want to do and all the responsibilities we have that might be standing in the way of what we really want, the life that we want to live. And I found for myself it was super overwhelming to think of everything at once. But you know what I can control? I can control when I get up in the morning and I can drink lemon water. And I can set the stage for the biochemistry in my body every single day and then go from there. And as long as I'm checking in with myself, is this good for the air? Is this good for the water? Is this good for my food? Is this good for my skin? Is this participating in a positive energy with which I want to be around? If those things are covered, I continue doing the activity. I feel like that is participating and contributing to my own life by design. When I can't breathe properly and I'm starting to get a headache because, the chemicals and stuff, and it's making me feel bad, and then I don't want to go out, and then I want to be happy, and then I don't have the energy to care about making good food, and I just want to grab something quick, and you just feel all like, oh, you need a nap, right? Number 2, the water. If you're not dehydrated or you're drinking all kinds of sugar drinks or a lot of alcohol, you're filling your body with things that it's difficult to digest, and it's not going to work good. The food is a huge component. Did you know that your body uses 50 to 80% of its energy to digest food? When I found that out, I thought that was crazy. But then I started to think about it. If you have 100% of your energy, and it's got to do something, whether it's build new parts of you or digest the food that is breaking down to build new parts of you, the breaking down to break apart, to break it into the ingredients to build the new parts is kind of like a priority, because you don't have that broken down, you don't have anything to use. What happens is that processed food is so combined, and all the animal proteins and all these different kinds of foods are so compacted, it's hard for the body to break down, and we get lethargic and tired and gassy and bloated, and we just need to take a nap, and we just want to relax, and we don't have time to work out, we don't want to talk to people, we just want to be left alone and put our feet up and watch TV. Oh, and I can't believe I have to just log in tomorrow. That doesn't contribute to a very good life by design. No. So instead of putting yourself into that position because you eat foods that you like the taste of, I think to myself, what kind of mood do I want to be in tonight? I want to be in a real energetic mood. What kind of foods are going to put me in an energetic mood? Well, fried foods equals bad mood. My friend Austin says that, and I think he's brilliant. All right, and the energy we hang around. You know what? If you don't like your job, find a new job. If you don't like your friends, get new friends. If people in your life are making you feel bad, go hang out with other people. You are in control of your environment. If you don't like something in your life, you need to change it. If you can't change it, you need to change the way you think about it, and you need to change the perspective that you have on this so that you can evolve and grow and become and enjoy and experience the life that you want to live by design. But the very first step is becoming aware of where you are and learning about what's important to you so that you can learn how to create your environment so that it supports the life that you want to live. So I invite you to write in and ask questions, and let's talk about this. Melissa, Mackie, and I are super excited because we are planning a couple of very exciting tours, and we may be in your community in the very near future. So we want to hear your comments. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear how you're participating in creating your own life by design, and we want to hear about how you're doing this to be an inspiration and help others. Because you know what? When we help others, we're also helping ourselves. So, namaste, enjoy your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for watching.